let's look at our goal. Are you ready? I want you to keep your eyes on me the whole time. Okay, we're going to keep all of our thinking right here in front of us, okay?
Okay. Axel can read and write words with 2 syllables, suffix S, schwa.
Good, so let's think just first about the reading. How are you at reading words with 2 syllables?
Good.
Good. And how are you at reading words with suffix S?
Good.
And how are you at reading words with schwa sound?
Kind of.
Yeah, that's new, so we're having a little bit of work on that still, but still pretty good at reading those words. Okay, now let's look at the writing. How are you at writing 2-syllable words?
Good.
Pretty good, right? We use those note cards to help us plan out our word. How are you at writing 2-syllable words with a suffix S?
Kind of good.
That's the part that we're really going to work on today. We're going to use that yellow card to help your brain remember that you need that suffix S. We're going to use a tool to help you remember. What about writing words with a schwa?
Good.
Pretty good, right? That's pretty tricky. I bet if you went back to your class and taught Mrs. Markham about schwa, she'd be pretty impressed. So let's talk about that. We're going to talk about your writing in class today, too. You ready to get started? Okay. I'm going to put our goal right over here so it's not far from us. Okay, let's get started with our sounds.
A apple A. U apple. C ch. F. D D. W H W. B B. O O T oat. A N K ink. U N G ung. A L L all. I H I. O octopus A. O S T os. E Ed E.
Awesome. All the sounds, no problems. You gonna fix that schwa for me? Thanks. Okay, let's look at some words now. Gonna do some old words first. Why would I bring back some old words, Axel?
So that maybe because they have blends.
Maybe they have blends. Is that hard for you? What's hard about blends for you?
That they mess up my speech.
Sometimes we have a hard time with your speech, so we have to make sure we use those clear speech skills from Mrs. Wilson. Why else would I bring back old words?
Old words that have suffixes.
Maybe. Do I want you to forget old things?
No.
What do I want you to do with old things?
Remember them.
Remember them. And if we never practice them, what will happen?
I forget all of it
So why do you think I bring back these old things for you?
because so that I can memorize it.
Memorize it or remember it? Do I want you to use it here?
Mhm.
Where else do I want you to use it?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. In class?
Yep.
With your mom?
No.
You don't think mom wants to see all the smart stuff you're learning?
Yep.
I think she does. I bet mom would be impressed. If you need to scoop, here's a marker.
Public
What does public mean?
means like public school.
Okay.
Like everyone can go to the school.
It's open for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Will you show me the syllables in public? Nice job.
Sunset
Sunset. What kind of word is sunset?
means like the sun is sitting to the other side to the half.
In the evening, the sun comes down. What kind of word? Let's go back to our goal. What kind of word is sunset?
2 syllables.
2 syllables. Nice job. Let's look at this nonsense word.
Frex.
Frex. Take a really close look at frex. Why did I choose that word?
It has a blend.
It has a blend. Mark it for us. Mark the blend. Where's the blend? You changing something? Why? Why are you changing?
Because there's no other vowel. They're supposed to be 2 vowels so that it has 2 syllables.
So how many syllables are in this word?
One.
So make one scoop so we see that it's one syllable. I like how you went back and fixed that mistake. Good job. Okay, those were the old words, the review words. Now let's look at some words we've been looking at lately.
Cobweb, cobwebs.
Can you mark it? How does this word connect to our goal today?
It has two syllables and suffix S.
Excellent thinking.
Wagon.
Can you mark it? How does this word connect to our goal today?
Two syllables and schwa.
It has a schwa sound. That O doesn't say the right thing.
Basket.
Talk to me about your scoops here. How did you decide that B-A-S-K is in one scoop?
Because the black letter, it's a blend
It's a blend. What's the rule about blends with our scoops?
that you can split them.
Oh, so you want to make a change? Okay.
Mhm.
So later on, if we have to spell this word, we're going to have to remember that basket. We have to split up that blend into both syllables, okay? Can you read it?
Magnet. Magnet, magnet.
Good job. Do you have any?
S, all, two syllables, suffix S, and schwa.
It has all the things. You found it before I even asked you. Nice job. One more. See what you notice.
It has all of it again.
Prove it. Show me.
Schwa, two syllables, and suffixes.
So far, how have you been doing with our reading part of our goal?
Good.
You've been reading two-syllable words,
Yep.
and you've been reading two-syllable words with suffix S
Yep.
and schwa.
Yep.
Okay, now let's see if soon we can connect that to our writing, because that gets to be the tricky part for us, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's get out these words. Let's chart today, okay?
Okay.
So I want you to look at the top. What do you notice about all of these words at the top?
They have schwa.
Every single one of them has a schwa?
Some.
Some of them have a schwa. What do you notice about every single word up there?
That they have two syllables.
Every single one of them has two syllables. Excellent. Let's look at a couple of them. Can you read this one to me?
Sudden.
What does sudden mean?
Means that, like, I suddenly run.
Okay, so really fast or all of a sudden. Yeah, I like that movie. That all of a sudden it happened to me. What about this word?
Pollen. Pollen.
What is pollen?
Pollen is something that bees like.
Okay, I want you to look at sudden and pollen. What do you notice about the middle of both of those words?
That they both have the same letter.
The same consonant.
Two.
So when we are spelling, sometimes we're going to need to double some letters. Okay, we're going to get to that pretty soon, maybe tomorrow, okay? But I wanted you to notice it while we're reading. So coming up soon, probably tomorrow, we're going to be talking about when do we double those letters in the middle of the words. Okay, let's look at one more.
Tonsil.
Tonsil. Say it like I say it.
Tonsil.
Tonsil. What's different about tonsil when I say it?
Because it has a schwa.
Where's the schwa?
The O.
Tonsil.
So.
So where's the schwa sound?
Oh, I. It's a U.
It's a U sound. So sometimes that I is really a U sound. Okay, I wanted to make sure you know that. And what is a tonsil?
I don't know.
Remember we talked about it. It's
I
way
found
back in
it.
your throat.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when your throat gets sore and it gets swollen? Your tonsils swell up. Good. Okay, let's take a look at the bottom. What do you notice about all of these words down here?
Suffixes.
They all have a suffix S. Are you ready to chart?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Happen, solid, solids, helmet, helmets, tunnel, tunnels, wobbin, wobbins, channel, channels, sunset, sunsets, jacket, jackets, gallon, gallons, inlet, inlets, lesson, lessons, velvet, velvets, kitten, kittens, level, levels, kennel, kennels.
What do you think?
Good,
How'd you do?
good.
There are 15 words. Did you miss any?
Nope.
Nope, no missing any. I love it. Nice job. So look, 2 days in a row, you haven't missed any. What does that tell us about our learning?
I'm getting good at reading.
Yep, the reading is good. So next we're going to have to really check on that spelling. Ready? Okay, let's take a look at some sentences and see if we can use what we know when we read smoothly. Take a look at number 3. Where's the punctuation? Can you point to it? Where's the punctuation? Can you point to it? What is that?
Question mark.
So what is that going to do for our voice?
Go up.
Because we're asking a question. Okay, you take your time with number 3. Tell me when you're ready with your scoops.
Ready.
Okay.
Did Tom get the rabbit for jam?
Oh, did Tom? Do you think he did? What do you think they're going to do with that rabbit?
Think make it as a pet.
They're going to keep it as a pet.
Yeah, but it's hard to get a rabbit.
How are they going to get it? Did Tom get the rabbit for Jan? How did he get that rabbit?
Maybe he asked his friend for help to surround the rabbit.
So you think they're going to catch it?
Yep.
I think maybe he went to a pet store and he was going to buy a rabbit for Jan.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know which one is right?
Mm-hmm.
Does the sentence tell us which one is right?
No.
No. Okay. Number 7. Do you see any 2-syllable words?
2-syllable words. Hatbox puppet.
Do you see any... you know what? I'm not going to tell you. There's another word in there. I want to see if you can...
Shelf.
What about shelf?
There's blend.
Has a blend. Good. You tell me when you're ready with your scoops. You read my mind.
Ready. The puppet is in the hat box on the shelf.
Excellent job. You want to take your break?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. I'm setting the timer. Go. You can wave to Mrs. Line. Say hi, Mrs. Line. About 10 more seconds.
I just put down my legs.
Okay, ready? 5, 4. Nice job. Okay, eyes on me. You ready? Okay, now we're going to switch to our spelling and writing side. So we're really going to work on that writing, and we're really going to make sure that we're using some tools when we're helping us write. Okay, so what does this tool help us remember?
Suffixes.
And what does this tool help us remember?
Spot.
And we need some other tools, right?
Yep.
What are these tools going to help us remember?
2 syllables.
2 syllables. Okay. Which part yesterday was the hardest for you? Was it the 2 syllables? Was it the suffix S?
Suffixes.
Okay, so yesterday we really had a hard time remembering that suffix S. So today I want us to really do some thinking about, do I hear a suffix S? And if I hear a suffix S, I'm going to get out the card to remember.
Mm.
Okay? Miss Moore might even show you one. Okay? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Say ah.
Ah.
What says ah?
A says ah. B says w.
Say w. What says w?
W says w. W says w.
Say b.
B.
What says b?
B says b.
Say s. What says s?
S says suffix S says
Good job remembering both of those. Say isled.
iod.
What says isled?
ILD says iod.
Say oast.
Ost.
What says oast?
OST says ost.
Say ang.
Ang.
What says ang?
AND says ang.
Say eh.
Eh.
What says eh?
E says Kosovo.
Say What says
U says Kosovo.
Say am.
M.
What says am?
AM says am.
Good job. Say ink.
Ink.
What says ink?
INK says ink.
Say eh.
Eh.
What says eh?
I says Kosovo.
Say ah.
Ah.
What says ah?
O says Kosovo.
Excellent job. No mistakes. Okay, now let's get to that spelling part. A couple of review words for you. What do I mean when I say review words?
Means like old words.
Old words, perfect. So get your brain thinking. This word is cloth.
Cloth.
Look at me. Watch my mouth say it. Cloth. You say it.
Cloth.
Good. We're going to build it with blanks. Tap. Cloth. Okay, let's spell it. Changing your mind?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
CLOTH.
TH. Why did you have two?
Because I thought if I put an AT and an H,
Oh, let's look over here. The digraphs are always on.
one,
Why are the digraphs on one tile?
because it's supposed to I don't know.
Let's go back. Let's tap it. You help me. K, o,
Oh,
ah. How many sounds did that TH make?
one,
So why are they on a tile together?
because they have one.
One sound. Excellent. Spell cloth one more time.
CLOTH. Yes.
Nice job. Spell it away.
CLOTH. Cloth.
Frogs.
Frog. Frog.
Oh, using the tool. I love it.
Frogs. Frog.
Tap.
Frog. Ready.
You ready to spell it for me?
FROG suffix S.
Check your work.
Yes.
Nice job. Why do you think I chose the word frogs for you today?
It has a blend and suffix S.
Has two things that have been tricky for you. Nice job. Spell frogs away.
FROG suffix S.
This is a nonsense word. Plud.
Blood.
Good.
E P-L-U-D.
You ready to check?
Mm-hmm.
Nice job. Why do you think I chose pled for you?
Because it has a blend.
It has a blend, those tricky blends. Okay, spell that one away.
P-L-U-D. Flood.
Good. Okay, now we're going to get back to our 2-syllable words. So I really want us to be thinking, does it need a schwa sound? And the big one, does it need a suffix s? Okay. Let's see if you can do one without me. I'll help if you need it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The word is rockets. You say it. Rockets.
Rockets.
Why don't you tap? First, let's do the syllables. Let's do the syllables first.
Rock. It's rock.
Tap.
Rock.
Tap spell.
R-O-C-K. Rock. It's E-T suffix S.
How come you got that one right today? What was different about today?
That it has a E and a suffix S.
So you used both of the tools? What happened to your brain when you used both of the tools?
That it remembered.
Okay, so later on we're going to look at some of your writing again. And we're going to see if we can make a plan to help your writing. See if our tools will help us. You ready? Let's keep going. Picnic.
Picnic.
Do you ever take a picnic with your family?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Ready?
Pick.
Touch.
Picnic. Pick. Pick. P-I-C-K.
What happened?
I got tricked.
Why? What happened?
I thought it was a CK
Oh, where does the CK go?
at the end.
The end of a syllable or the end of a word?
I know the word.
Oh, so let's go back and look at rocket, because that is tricky. I planned these two on purpose. How come rocket has a CK, but pick for picnic doesn't?
Oh no.
Rock is a real word, right?
Mm-hmm. Pick.
Pick is a real word, but picnic just has that IC on both sides. So that's one that we're just going to have to remember. It's not going to follow the rules, okay? We're going to have to remember that IC. Okay, let's go back.
Picnic. N-I-C.
Scoop.
Picnic. Picnic.
Good. Let's look at our goal. What part of our goal did this word?
2 syllables.
Just 2 syllables, but we still had some mistakes, so we're going to have to really think about that ick part on picnic. What about this word? Jackets. Let's touch the syllables.
Jack. It's Jack. J-A-C-K. Jack. It's E-T suffix S.
Nice job. I want you to remember this word. We're going to come back to it later on. Okay? You did a nice job using the tools. How about, this is something I use a lot in my house, lemon.
Lem. O-E-M. M-N. Jerusalem in
What does it sound like?
in I
But you said it's a schwa. So is it going to be an I on that
or O.
or an O?
This is tricky.
Mm-hmm.
E-E-N. It's an O.
Oh, so when we read it, how do we read this, Axel?
Lemon.
No, how do we read it?
Lemon.
Lemon. How do we write it?
Lemon.
Lemon. Ooh. That O is that schwa sound.
That one was tricky.
That one was a little tricky. We'll come back to that one today. Okay? One more. Bathtubs.
Bathtub. Bath. B-A-T-H. Bathtub. T-U-B. Suffix S.
How'd you do?
Good.
How did you remember that suffix S?
The tool.
The tool was there. Oh, I'm seeing a pattern. When we use the tools, it helps our brain. Pencil. You want to go get a pencil? I forgot one. Sorry. Get a pencil quick and come back. I forgot a pencil. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's really stop our brains and think a little. How have we been doing with writing two-syllable words?
Good.
Good. How have we been doing with writing two-syllable words with suffix S?
Good.
What's been helping us today? So what is Miss Moore going to see you doing today when you're writing?
Suffix S.
What am I going to see you doing with the tools?
Using them.
Using them, right? Are they just going to sit over here all by
No.
themselves?
What?
Nope, they're going to use, Axel's going to use them. Okay.
And I kind of got some, what kind of some schwa.
There's going to be some schwa words and there are going to be some suffix S words. Okay? So keep these in your brain. We're going to do 5 sounds. We're going to do 4 real words. And we're going to do 1 sentence.
No nonsense.
No nonsense, no trick words today. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Zigzag. Oh no. I messed up. You ready? Sounds. Ready? Oast.
Ost. O-S-T.
Tell your pencil.
O-S-T.
Eh.
E.
Tell your pencil.
Syllable.
Good, thank you. Ang.
N-A-N-G. F.
Good. D.
D.
Tell your pencil.
That's a P.
Oh, I'm glad you noticed that. Thank you for fixing that. First word. Zigzag.
Zigzag.
Use the tools.
Zig. Z-I-G. Z-I-G. Z-A-G. A-A-G.
Scoop your word. Good. Ready? Helmets.
Helmet. It's helmets. 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 H-E-L. H-E-L. Helmet. N-E-T, suffix S. N-E-T, suffix S.
Great job. Scoop your word. Circle your suffix S. Oh, you're going to mark the schwa. Good job. Bucket.
Bucket. Buck. It. Buck. B-U-C-K. B-U-C-K. Buck. It. E-T. E-T. Bucket.
Kept that CK together. Why?
Because it's a diagram.
Excellent. Okay, this next one is a little bit of a challenge. Are you ready? It's a name.
What?
Brad.
Brad. Does it have 2 syllables?
You tell me.
Brad. Brad. It doesn't.
Just one syllable?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tap. Tap spell.
Brad. B-R-A-D.
Tell your pencil.
B-R-A-D.
Okay, let's take a look. How do I know that's someone's name?
Brad.
Capital B. Nice job. Read your 4 words to me.
Zigzag. Helmets. Bucket. Bucket. Brad.
I really loved your thinking on Brad. I thought I was going to trick you and you were going to try to do 2 syllables. But you did some really good thinking and knowing that was only 1 syllable. Excellent job. Sentence. The magnet is on the top shelf.
The magnet is on the top shelf.
Tools.
Ready? Wait. Ready.
You ready now? Okay. What did you go back to check?
A period.
Oh, okay.
And how much words?
And how many words? Okay. I'll read. You point. The magnet is on the top shelf. Capital?
Yes.
Punctuation.
Yes.
The right punctuation.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because it doesn't say like a silent, like an exclamation point.
Okay. Nothing was exciting about that sentence. What about a question mark?
No.
Why not?
because I'm not asking a question like, where is the magnet?
That's a great example of a question. This is just telling us where the magnet is. Good. Let's circle the trick words. The, is, on. Let's look at magnet. How many syllables in magnet?
2.
2, but I noticed you didn't use any tools to help you plan. So do you think we should use the tools to check? Okay, so let's use the tools.
Magnet. Mag. Mag. M-A-G.
How is it?
Good.
Good.
Knit. N.
N,
N.
I,
It. It. N-E-T.
So you changed it to an E, but I heard an I sound.
Yeah.
So that tells my brain
Schwa.
a schwa. Good.
I know a magnet.
So scoop your word magnet. Interesting. You got it spelled right, but you didn't use any tools. That word must be stuck in your brain. What about top? Can you check top?
Up. Top.
Looks good. Shelf.
Shelf.
Looks good. What does shelf have in it that you could mark? Digraph? Blend? What kind of syllable? Is it closed or a closed syllable exception?
Closed.
Mark it for us. Great. Scoop your whole sentence.
The magnet is on the magnet is on the top shelf. The magnet is on the shelf. Ready? The magnet is on the top of the shelf.
It's okay.
The magnet is on the top shelf.
Beautiful job. I love how you were thinking through those scoops before you did it. All right, mister. So now we've been talking a lot about these 2-syllable words. You know a lot about 2-syllable words, and you know a lot about suffix s and schwa, but there's something stopping us when we go to our writing upstairs in class. So let's take a look. Again, I have a couple more pieces of writing. I love that you've been writing about Camp Amigo. Wasn't that such a great day? I had a great time. So let's take a look at some of these words. Why do you think I have highlighted these words?
Because
Let's think about our goal.
I should have put an I-T and E.
So let's look at this word.
Jacks.
So let's look. We were
Turning.
and we were far. It was deep. If we did not have life, jacks.
Jackets.
Oh, so that was supposed to be a 2-syllable word?
Yep.
Oh, but we spelled it wrong. Is jacket a word that we've done lots of times together? What tools do we use here to help us?
Two symbols.
But you don't have those tools upstairs, do you? So what can we do? We need to make a plan. Think about that. What about this word? Let's look at this word. Then I got to my partner. Let's break partner up. Help me break it up.
Partner.
Part is right. Part.
N-E-R.
Oh, so we missed that N in there. So we might want to start using these tools upstairs to help you plan out words. Because here's what I noticed about Axel. When you use these tools to help you, you get them right. Today, Miss Moore didn't have to help at all. You used the tools, and you got almost all of those words perfect. But here's what I'm wondering is if you need these tools upstairs, how can we do that?
Make a other one.
Make more of these tools for you to take upstairs?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Let's see what you think. Now, this one's a little different. You tell me what you think about it.
Schwa.
Do you want me to put the schwa symbol on it for you? I can do that. So if I give you these tools, what will you do with them?
Use them.
How?
By using them like to write.
So when you're doing writing upstairs, I copied this out of your black and white composition notebook, right? Do you think Mrs. Markham would be okay if you got these tools out and used them? Do you think maybe we should show Mrs. Markham how these tools work? Because she doesn't know. So maybe you and I should sit down with Mrs. Markham and show her how smart you can be with these tools and how these tools help you. Okay, so maybe you and I need to sit down with Mrs. Markham and show her. But then, oh no, Miss Moore's not going to be around during writing time. So what happens during writing time when you're writing, and you don't get these tools out?
I'll mess up.
So who's going to have to be responsible? That's our word this year, right? Who's going to have to be responsible for getting these tools out?
Me.
You. Awesome. Do you think you can do that? Do you think this is a good plan to help your brain with these 2-syllable words? What do you think Miss Moore's going to do next week with your writing?
I don't know.
What did I do this week with your writing?
Copied it.
What do you think I'm going to do next week with your writing?
Copied it.
Why? Why would I copy your writing?
So that I was using the tools.
You are a smart kid. You've got a lot of great knowledge in your brain. Now we want to make sure that you're using that knowledge when you go to do your own writing. And maybe some tools will help. Okay? Let's think back to our goal today. We know reading was great. Let's think back to our writing. How are we with 2-syllable words?
Good.
Easy peasy. How are we with 2-syllable words with suffix S?
Good.
Good. You used that tool every time today. I didn't have to help at all with that. And how are we with 2-syllable words with a schwa?
Good.
Good. So our plan, tell me about our plan.
Bring these upstairs
And
and practice them.
shove it in my desk?
Nope.
What am I going to do with these tools?
Organize them.
When it's writing time, what will I do with them?
Use them.
Get them out and use them. You think that's something you can do? Okay. How are we going to know if you're doing it?
By copying the writing.
Yeah. Plus, Mrs. Markham might say to me, Miss Moore, Axel got out his tools. And you can come down in the morning, or when I see you in math, you can say, hey, I got out my tools and I used them. Is this a good plan? Something you feel okay with? Okay. All right, man. Tomorrow, should we keep doing 2-syllable words with suffix S and schwa, or should we move on? You're feeling pretty comfortable?
Yep.
So should we move on to something new?
Yep.
Okay. I'll have a challenge tomorrow. Sound good?
Sound good.
All right, man. Here's your tools. Nice working today. Working hard.